Oh, yeah, it's a video call.
We are recording.
Just a picture behind her. Go to bed.
Okay, and I just muted a couple people because of the background noise so we can get this officially started and going, because I know that Hella only has a little bit of time because she stepped away from another meeting to join us.
So thank you very much, Brooke. Could you put up the agenda real quick? Did you have that?
Yep, I do. Just a moment. So you want to do the agenda first or the minutes from last month first?
Just get the agenda up real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing I just want to do is to say welcome to everybody and thank you to Brooke for setting this up and giving us a chance to try this out and see how it will work. I'm excited to have so many people on the call for the meeting. That's wonderful. So thank you, Brooke. The other thing is then just to go around and each person introduce himself. Oh, very first thing is to find somebody who is willing to take meeting minutes. Amy is not able to join us, and so we need somebody to take the minutes. And I'll be leaving, so I can't do it.
Is there anybody that'd be willing to take some notes just with different things that we discussed throughout the meeting?
I'm going to be driving in the middle of it, so I wouldn't be able to, but would I be able to listen to the recording and do the minutes after that?
I would think so. The only thing is that we have to be good about announcing our name each time we speak, and which I just messed up doing. But that way it's easier to go back and listen to it and then be able to record it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. So let's just start, if you don't mind, everybody, with just quick introduction. So I am Helle Rattenclaw. I am the president of the PPC, and yeah, pass it on to the next person. Is there kind of an order for this? Okay, Ren, yes.
Catherine, well, just call me Ren. It's Catherine Jackson, but Ren, and I'm a vice president. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Brooke Jenkins. I'm treasurer.
I'm April Shore, and I work at Perrydale. I'm a high school success coordinator.
Hi, I'm Liz Davis. This is my second meeting. My children go to Perrydale. They are in kindergarten and second.
I'm Jessica
I'm Sherry,
Keene, and I'm a parent.
Go ahead, Sherry. We'll hear from you first, Sherry, and then we'll go to the next person.
Sorry, I didn't know.
It's hard.
I'm Sherry Lab, and my kids go to Perrydale. They're in 5th and 7th.
And who was the other person who's trying to talk at the same time as Sherry?
Sorry about that. I'm Jessica Keene, and I am a parent.
Hi, I'm Jen Boyce, and this is my second meeting, and I have a kindergartner.
I'm Andrea Culver, and I have 3 kids. They're 1st grade, 6th grade, and 10th grade.
And then I think the only other person I know that she's on mute and she wasn't going to be able to chat would be Katie Mooncrift is on here as well. And she's got kids at the school. She's actually at the football game currently.
Well, great. Thank you very much. Brooke, if you would put up the minutes from last month.
Yes. See that all right?
No, it did not switch over.
It didn't switch. Okay. Hang on. Let me. This way. Did it switch?
Yes,
There we go.
very good. So let's see, Jen, this is your second meeting, so you are now able to vote. April, also, you can vote now, and when we do, anybody with a first meeting, you can't vote this time, but starting next time, you can. So did people have a chance to look over the minutes? And do anybody have any corrections to them?
It looks like Crystal Beach just joined us too. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Brooke.
Oh, great, thank you. So Amy included some of the things that we had approved to spend funds on, not necessarily everything, but this was the stuff that was considered kind of people would have an interest in, more of the kind of the not sort of any of the overheads or greenhouse or anything like that, but the things that directly affect school and the kids. So any revisions to the minutes that went out? Okay, then they are approved as presented. So could we have the agenda back, please?
Yep.
All right. Very good. So the switching to another piece of paper, then the financial report. Brooke, that goes to you now.
Okay. And for everybody who's on the phone that you can't see these, I did put these on our Facebook group page too, so you can go on, print them off, take a look at them later if you haven't already. So they are there for you to be able to take a look at. And by the way, this is Brooke. So financial, I just had that. Let me find it. It went away in my. Found it, just a moment. There we go. All right, so here is the financial report. And so this is just kind of where we're at right now for the ladies that can see this. We've had a few more donations come in for the greenhouse. We've had a few other things be purchased, some for, I'm going to kind of scroll down a little bit. We got all the licensing and everything done and paid for all the Chromebooks that we purchased this summer. We purchased 47 additional Chromebooks for the school. We have purchased the glass whiteboards for Mrs. Reyes. Trying to think here. What were the other purchases we've done recently? Some other STEM items for Ms. Shore as well. And some prizes and that sort of thing for Ms. Shore as well. So you should have received all those, haven't you, Ms. Shore?
I have. I'm really excited. The STEM card is coming together and all the curriculum. And yeah, it's going to roll out this next week and the kids are going to be super excited. I know the teachers are ready to play, and the kids, the high school kids, were really about the gift cards and the possibility of a computer for a grand prize. And so yeah, I'll send you guys pictures as soon as maybe even videos as soon as we get started on that, hopefully on Monday.
That'll be great. This is Haley again. If you wouldn't mind, if you send us something, make sure that it's approved for public sharing. Whatever you send us, that'd be great.
Okay.
That way we can put it on Facebook.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. So Brooke, Haley again here. One of the things we need to do is to go through. So these were approved last time, And we really need to get kind of a point person for some of these things that we have approved, so they don't just sit in the budget all year and we get to the end of the year and they were never spent because nobody kind of focused on them. So maybe just going down the list, we've already taken care of the 5th grade robotics program, the 8th grade field trip. Do we have anybody who wants to, I guess those ones I can let the teacher know that we have that available, that he just has to come and apply for the first when he's ready for it. Brooke, did you want to do anything with the allergen-free foods?
I already emailed Mr. Dugan and sent him the information that we were going to supply them the funds for that, and he was going to forward that on to the appropriate person, and so that's started.
Okay.
I'm just waiting to
All
hear
right.
back from Mr. Dugan or the person who will be, taking the money from
Okay.
us or whatnot.
Yep, that's
Already-
fine, just so we have a point person for each one. Back to school barbecue is already done. Battle of the Books. Anybody who wants to talk to the elementary teachers and find out if they need, it would be 2 or 3 sets, I would think. So do we have 350 on there? Is that correct?
350.
I can't remember what the original plan was, if that was 2 or 3 sets and who wanted them. That should be back from that original email we got early this summer.
Yeah.
But if somebody want to, if we can forward that email to somebody, does somebody want to follow up with the elementary teachers to see where that's
I will.
at? Because that's going
This
right
is
now.
this is Ren. This is Ren. I will.
Okay, sounds good. The same thing really with some of these. We kind of need to go back. Maybe we can go through Dugan to just say we agreed to fund this, and you now let the teachers know that that funding is available, whether their needs have changed from the middle of the summer till now, or whether those, because like chapter books, there was a specific, I think. So maybe we can really just let it go back through Dugan and he can reach out to the teachers and see if that still fits what's on the list. But Ren, you can probably do that through with him, right?
Yeah, of course I can.
So that would be
I'll go
both the
through.
Battle
I
of the
can.
Books.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chapter books,
The list. All the lists.
yeah, the ceiling fan, the 3rd grade stuff, the
Sure.
scholastic.
I
We
can.
also
I
had-
can do that.
Okay. We also had, if there's a bunch of things that we need to purchase, we did have a parent, was it Jen? I don't think it was you, was it? It was somebody else who said they would be happy to price shop for us and compare.
Who? Me?
That was
no,
I
me.
don't think it was me.
Okay. So I'll have to go back and look at my list from last time, because there was a parent that said that they would be willing to do that. So Ren, if we
Yeah.
have something that needs a lot of time to look things up, to compare where the prices have changed or whatever, there was somebody last time, and I have that email at home that said they would do that. So you wouldn't have to spend a lot of time on that sort of thing. Does that make sense?
That was
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Was somebody else was speaking?
Yeah, Liz Davis.
Oh, yeah.
It was. It was Ava.
Liz,
No, Liz Davis.
Liz Davis.
Oh,
Liz
excuse me.
Davis. Yeah.
We try
Perfect. So Liz, are you still willing to do that?
to meet.
Yeah, absolutely. I have just been waiting. I think I was supposed to get like an email of the items, and then
Yes.
I would start compare shopping.
Exactly. So sorry we haven't gotten further right now, but that would still be really helpful. So
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
have
Say something.
Rin get back to you once she knows what we still want. Then if she can get that list to you, that would be perfect.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's see. And
My first meeting, get a voter.
I talked to Mr. Ford on the middle school stuff, and he still really wants a lot of that. And he said a lot of it is he doesn't really need very nice stuff, because he's got kind of two levels of things. So he's got some really good stuff that the 8th graders use, and then he's got some stuff that kind of all the students use for, it just doesn't have to be really nice. So on his list, there's some more flexibility there. It's more important to get number items rather than really last forever sort of thing. That reader pen is just an online purchase that could be done anytime. And science activities. Okay, so there's a few in here that'll take a little bit longer. The science activity needs to be in there, but let Ferguson know, and then the other teachers that do science activities as well, that we do have that funding in there. So that's probably something I could do. And then the other big thing is the field trips. So we should all be reminding teachers that we got quite a bit of money for field trips this year. We have 1,600, that's kind of our normal budgeted amount. And then it was our funder need at last year's auction that brought in additional $1,025. So we have $2,025 for field trips this year. So a lot more than normal. So encourage your teachers to apply for funding towards extra field trips this year, and that goes for everybody.
And this is April. I'd be happy to talk to the teachers about that.
Yeah,
I can do it.
wonderful.
I can do it tomorrow. As a matter of fact, anything you need taken back to the school, you know, I'm happy to do that for you guys. But I will focus on field trips for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. So, anything else under the financial?
Not really that I can think of, just a couple of updates as far as the financial stuff. I know that I got a couple of our big tax things done already, so yay. That's off my plate for this year.
Yay. I apologize. This is Ren. I have to leave the meeting now.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much, Brooke.
Okay, thank you, Ren.
Oh, okay. Okay. So in which case we're going to have to really speed it up because I can't stay for too much longer, and we have to have at least 2 officers. So, okay.
So we're done with financial then. This is Brooke.
Yeah.
We're done with financial. Any questions on financial before we move on? Okay. Then the greenhouse, this is greenhouse is broken ground. Yay, that's old business.
Yeah, it should be arriving in a few weeks, the parts for it. So, auction thank you letters did go out. Okay, moving on to new business. There is a leadership conference in Seaside on November 2nd to November 4th. The cost is $100 per student, and that pays for lodging, food, and conference, and they need a little bit additional spending money for downtime to explore the town. 2 students need help with funds so they can attend. So we did over the summer help out financially for some leadership training, and we do have $2,000 in our contingency budget that could go for something like this. My one question on this, and I'm not sure who can answer that, is I thought that the Harvest Carnival funds were supposed to help with something like this, students that needed a little extra help to be able to attend events and or sports things and stuff like that. Anybody know what the deal is with that? Because this wouldn't traditionally have been something we would have been asked to fund. So, okay. but we have been asked to, and we do need to make a decision here today because it's coming up. So if we do, so Amy was looking at $100 per student plus a little bit of spending money, whether that's, I don't know, $20 or something additional. So that would be $240 for two kids. So whether we make it $250, they have $25 spending money. Do we have somebody who wants to make a motion towards doing that, or to get this started to talk about it?
This is Brooke, and I think that any leadership training of any sort for kids and adults is beneficial. So I definitely want to make a motion to approve funding for these two kids to go to the leadership conference with a little bit of additional spending money for $250.
This is Sherry. I second it.
Okay, so we have a motion that has been seconded. Any other discussion on this motion? Okay, hearing none. So as a reminder, if this is at least the second time at a PPC meeting, you can now vote. So everybody in favor of putting $250 towards two students going to the leadership conference in Seaside, please say aye.
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 Okay, any opposed? Same, also say aye. Okay, motion carried. Thank you. Moving on to the next item is Staff Appreciation Days. We have in the past provided some food, picked a day in the fall where we provided food for the teachers during a lunch. I was asked by Missy actually today, I think, if that's something we're planning on doing here in October, and I had completely forgotten all about it, but others had remembered, and Amy remembered to put it on the agenda. So is there somebody who would kind of head that up to pick a day, maybe check with the offices to a day that would work, and pick a day, and then we can put it out on the we can put it out in a newsletter, on an email, and we can put it on the Facebook group to try to get people to fill in. We normally have like a salad and vegetables and fruit and baked goods as well. It can all be homemade. It's not going for the students, it's going for staff. So sorry, April. So do we have somebody who'd be willing to kind of spearhead
All
that
right.
and organize it?
Well, this is Brooke, and I wouldn't mind to at least get something scheduled and start to help coordinate getting people to jump in and help out with that. Is there typically a day that the staff is extra busy and it'd be more appreciative on that day during October? Like, it seems like that's what's happened in the past. It's been on like a busy day or something like that.
We have done it on Halloween before, the last couple times, I think.
Okay.
But I'm not sure that has to be the case, so. It may be-
This
Yeah, go ahead.
is, it's always very much appreciated. I can't think of one day over another that's super busy. It's always kind of fun to walk in on the holidays and see the gigantic amount of food and treats and decorations you guys put together. So, but they're all busy days, so Halloween I know is fine.
Okay, well, this is Brooke. Do we want to just plan to do it on October 31st on Halloween to just show the staff appreciation? And then we can get several of us to join in and just, we'll kind of plan it to the Facebook group, have people bring in this or whatever and coordinate it that way.
That sounds good. That sounds good. And will you let Missy know? Because she was wanting to know as soon as possible kind of a date for it if we had an idea.
Yeah, this is Brooke. I will let Missy know.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Is there any other new business?
I know that April had something that she wanted to
This
share.
is April, and
Yes. So hold on one second, April. I am gonna have to jump out because I have another meeting I am chairing right now. So, but yeah, I
no
got kind of feel
problem.
that what you're doing, and there won't be any voting or anything. So Brooke can wrap up the meeting afterwards. So I will check out of here, and thank you very much. Okay.
Well, I had something that I
thank
wanted
you.
to.
Oh, okay.
This is Brooke, and I had something that I was kind of looking at and wanting to just kind of bring up to attention and see if we have some plans moving forward with. I was looking at our website, and it seems like there's a lot of things that are out of date on the website and a lot of things that can be improved. And I don't know that people are utilizing it. So I would like to, maybe find out, brainstorm if do we want to start advertising the website more and using it more, or so then we need to update it, or is it really worth having, because it does cost us $120 a year to have the website. I want to kind of get an idea and the consensus if it's worth that extra cash every year to have it and not have it updated and not utilizing it.
Yeah, I question that too. I mean, it's not a ton of money, but I'm the one that's got access to update it, and I go in every once in a while and go, this is so out of date, and I do a few things, but then it takes me 4 months or 6 months before I get back to it again, and things are completely out of date. We used to have it because we would sell online tickets for the auction, but we stopped doing that, and I don't think that hurt us to stop offering it online. So I really don't know. I really don't think we need it, but whether it's bad to let it go, I don't know.
So does anybody have any opinions about a website for like the Paradise Parents Club? Have anybody been to it? Have they used it?
I have not
Brooke,
been
this
to.
is Ren. I'm back.
Hi, Ren.
Oh.
So
Hi.
this is Liz.
And I'm here too.
Dave's in the meeting now too.
All right. So I'm gonna jump out. If you guys discuss it, I'm happy either way.
Okay, thanks, Stella.
All right. Bye-bye.
So Liz, were you going to say something?
Right. So the website, are you meaning the website like through a .com, or is this through Facebook?
It is through a .com. It's ParadaleParentsClub.com.
Okay, yeah, I have not actually visited the website, but I have visited the actual school's website, and I do kind of feel like even that website is a little outdated, and even $10 a month I don't feel like is a very large amount of money, and with everything being online, I think it would be a good idea to keep it though.
I definitely like the idea of keeping it if we were to be able to bring somebody that could help to keep it updated, and also a system to where we could actually promote it. Maybe on all of our flyers, we're putting the website on. We're actually doing more recognition on the website. We're doing more interaction on the website. So we definitely need to have somebody who that was their job to keep that updated and such. So that way we could, sorry, trying to just get some background noise taken care of there for a second. Make it worth our while, because I'm all about websites if we utilize them. But if nobody knows about them, what's the point?
Right. So the only way I feel is to get it out there is, no one's going to know unless you promote it. So I think definitely sticking the address on everything possible to get the traffic, going, then I think that you get a good amount of usage out of it, especially for only $10 a month.
Agreed. But I think we also need to have it updated before we really start promoting it, because it's so outdated that if someone goes there, they'll be almost confused. There's 2016 and 17 things on there. I think I seen, because I was looking at just the other day, I think there was one thing that was 2018. And I know that Hella's been pretty much the sole one on that. So basic comes to needing more help, somebody who could take that as basically their baby, and that's what they do, that's their job.
Right. So I think maybe directing some sort of role to someone being kind of like a social media manager or something would be useful.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know what our
This is
bylaws.
April.
Yeah, April, go ahead.
I know that $10 a month isn't a lot, but I made a resources website for my position and for the kids through Google. And it's free and it's really easy to manage and take care of and update. So I don't know if you guys are looking to get rid of the 120, that's an idea.
Great idea, April. Again, just gonna need have somebody has the time and the ability
Yeah.
to get that going and then to manage it. So I don't know what our bylaws say. Ren, are you still here?
Yeah, I am.
Do you know anything
Oh,
about our
can you hear me?
bylaws? Yeah, I can hear you.
I've read them.
I'm sure you
I don't
have.
recall there being. I don't recall there being anything where we couldn't do that.
Okay, so we couldn't create another position specifically for that, as that's their job?
Oh, I'm sure we could.
Okay.
I can't. The bylaws are somewhat general.
Sure, for sure. So, well, I guess, you know, I think we're definitely open to, and I believe we do need to have somebody that can do more like social media and website updating and, you know, promotion and that sort of thing. I guess the next question would be, do we have somebody right now that would be interested in possibly taking that on or volunteering for that position?
I'm
Liz,
completely incapable.
I could definitely try. I mean, I don't really, as long as I have access to be able to, you know, update and do things, then I think that I could totally do it. I did jump onto the website, and the last meeting type thing that was inserted was from June. So there's definitely a gap between updating.
And is this Sherry?
This is Liz.
Liz, I'm sorry. I was trying to go by your voice. I thought you sound like Sherry for a second. I'm sorry. I love how much you're on top of it, Liz. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
So yeah, there's definitely a gap there, and I think there's a lot of other things on there that are out of date too. But so are you interested in possibly, if you had the resources to be able to have the info and how to access it and that sort of thing, to possibly look at doing something with that?
Yeah, I can definitely, you know, try to get on there, and I mean, even weekly, daily, whatever is needed to update and just make the website much better for people to be able to navigate and see what's coming up and what's going on, even, you know, all the events and the auctions and whatnot.
Awesome. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Because definitely Hella would be the one that has, obviously, she's the one that's been doing the website stuff. So she has more of that access and can be able to work with you on that and what all, you know, would need to go on there because she's been doing that. So we'll definitely make sure that we can get you in contact directly with her or her with you. And Liz, the number you're calling in from, why don't you talk again for me really quick, sweetie, so I can know which number you're calling in on.
Okay, yeah, it's the 3936.
Got it.
I'll need that too, Brooke. This is Ren, because I'm going to communicate with Liz once I get the list,
Right.
so she can buy the items.
So you're
Right.
just making sure I'm looking at the right one, Liz. I apologize. It's 503-936. Is
No,
that you?
it's the 503-883.
883. There it is. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Got it. Okay, I got it mixed up there. All right, so I have your phone number, and I'll make sure that we get you to Hella, and I'll make sure that Ren has your info as well.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
definitely. Because we are recording this, and I just, unless you really want your phone number to be fully public, I didn't want to say the full number.
Oh, that's okay.
So just wanted to be, protect your privacy, whatever that looks like that you wanted. Okay. So that was something that I had thought about talking about today. So thank you so much, Liz, for stepping up and being open to, maybe taking that on for us to be able to help us out there and be able to promote that and utilize it. I mean, I don't mind having it if we're utilizing it and if we can keep it updated. So I'm really excited to be able to have some resources to be able to do that. So yay, thanks, Liz.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Ren, do we need to make a vote or anything like that for Liz, or just get this started?
Set up, so I think to set up a new position, are we talking about a new officer or a new position?
I don't know. That's a great question.
So I think that you can, by motion, appoint the person. I think a lot of times when we do things through the auction, we just volunteer and we do it, and you don't have to vote on it.
Right.
But we can check with Hella and look at the minutes, or not the minutes, the bylaws. But I really think you can just say, okay, it's done.
Okay. Great.
Liz, you've got the job. Awesome.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
And we'll double check. This is Brooke again. We'll double check with Hella just to be safe. If we do need to actually create an officer position for that or something like that, then we could definitely address that come the next meeting and make it an official position if we need to do that. But at this point, you're just volunteering your services and your expertise to be able to help us out with that. So that's fantastic. So,
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, no problem.
I know that Hella's not able to be on here right now, but I know that April had some really great things that she wanted to share. I only have about another 10 minutes that I can be on before I have to go for another meeting that I need to be on. So April, do you think you can share what you want to share within 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So there are two things that I wanted while I had some parents. The first one is that I've started up the Aspire program, and I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but basically it runs volunteer mentors would come in, and it's going to be only in the high school for now, but it's really a flexible program where you would meet with 1 or 2 high school students, and I provide everything for you. And you are just meeting with them for a half hour, maybe an hour, once or twice a month. And you are talking to them about college or career pathways or money for college, things like that. You don't even have to have gone to college. In fact, that could make for some interesting conversations. And so if you're at all interested in mentoring, my goal this year is to get 15 mentors up and go. So contact me at Perrydale, email me, call me, stop on by, and I will get you an application packet. And I am really looking forward to making a great program for our kids and just having people develop relationships. And so if you're interested, get a hold of me and I can, there are videos. The training is really easy. In fact, you could do it mostly from your home. It's YouTube videos and a quiz. And Linda Romy, if any of you remember her, she's going to be my right-hand man on that project. So that's the Aspire program. Does anybody have any questions about that I can answer?
I don't have any questions, but I'm curious, are you going to also be
and
posting?
The second one.
Can you hear me?
I am, yes. We're just rolling it out, so I'm going to be posting it various places. I'll be putting it up on Facebook and sending a letter home and doing as much advertising as possible so that we can get those mentors. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it going. Are you able to play the video for me, Brooke?
I believe so, because it's
for my next thing.
It's the link that you sent me a little bit ago, right?
Yeah. So what Brooke is pulling up is a trailer for a movie called Screenagers. And we are going to be showing this at school 2 different times. So we're going to show it on October 21st in the morning at about 8:45. And it's really, I haven't seen the entire thing. Counselor has, and the ESD run a lot of services through, is asking that as many schools as possible get involved in the viewing of this. It's a movie that's recommended that kids and parents watch together. So we're going to give 2 opportunities. We want our entire, we're going about 5th through 12th grade. We want all of our kids to be able to have the chance to watch it in case their parents can't. But we'd like to invite parents and community members to come to that morning viewing if they're able to at 8:45 on October 21st. But we're also going to plan an evening one, and I'm trying to put together some daycare for people so that you can come and watch with or without your kids. It brings up some good questions, some good discussion, and we're going to actually, in our advisories after the showing, we're going to have discussions with the kids where we're going to ask questions, they're going to ask questions. And so I have just a little trailer here if you guys are interested in kind of getting some more information.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I'm going to push play now. So if you're on your phone, you should be able to hear it. Let me know if you cannot hear it. So I'm push play now.
It's super fun playing on my mom's cell phone.
It's awesome how you can watch videos on
Texting and sharing photos.
It all started with one question. What new phone to get my daughter? I knew what Tessa wanted, a smartphone. I learned that you spend on average 6.5 hours a day looking at screens. As a doctor, I decided I needed to understand the impact of all this screen time on kids. And as a mom, I needed to know what to do.
A young adolescent brain can oscillate back and forth very, very quickly, but it comes at a cost.
I'm so distracted by my phone, so it's hard to listen to a teacher and actually understand what they're saying.
What's extraordinary about the studies on multitasking is even though you're doing worse and worse on everything you're doing, you feel as though you're doing better and better.
Who's there to catch you at home? Your mom? You can outsmart her easily. No offense. Yeah, Mom, it's really hard math thing.
The game industry has designed these games to become universes where these kids enter and they don't want to come out to do math. Who wants to do math?
When I tried to stop him from playing the games, he turns into another person.
I gamed until like 1 in the morning, and then I gamed 3 in the morning, and then I gamed until 5 in the morning.
Most of the time, he'd be on the computer. It felt like he was in a different world.
I didn't realize.
Oh, buffering. Sorry, guys.
Interesting. Did we lose it?
I'm not, can you hear
How
me?
much my sister cared about me?
Oh, there it is.
The thing that matters is not whether you're a good person, it's how you look.
I took a picture of myself and my bra, and I sent it to him.
Sorry, guys. I think I'm having some internet difficulties here.
Okay, but I'm getting the idea, and I like it.
Right.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, and you can actually go to Screenagers. You can just Google that, and you could actually watch the trailer if you
Difficult
want.
parenting issues we've ever faced.
Oh, here we go.
Consumption. Video game use is very complicated to parent around.
No, I don't want any.
Parents often make is that they assert their authority without explaining it in a way that makes sense to their child.
My parents tell me not to do something, I'm like, what would happen if I did it? When my parents actually had that deep conversation, it works a lot better.
It's evolution, it's the future, it's too late, I'm addicted. No, it's not too late. The research that shows human resiliency gives me hope.
My friends and I go out to eat. We'll all agree to put our phones in the middle of the table. Whoever checks their phone first has to pay for the meal.
When I study, I turn off the data on my phone, and that way I can't go on the internet and I can't get text messages.
We have to think about everywhere that kids are in the real world and how we can help educate them in those spaces. We can't just say it's on the schools, it's on the parents. We have to do this as a community.
So, yeah, look for the announcements to come out. But October 21st at 8:45 in the morning will be our first screening. And you are all welcome. We're going to be in the smaller gym with chairs and a big screen.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, April. That is very, I think it's very intriguing. And a lot of those tips the last kids were sharing about turning different things off and make it to where that's not distracting you. I do that while I'm working. So it's definitely something that we need to teach our kids for sure.
Definitely. So thank you guys for letting me advertise.
Well, wonderful. I think that pretty much concludes the meeting unless anybody else has any last minute things before we conclude.
I have one last minute thing. Tomorrow is the Perrydale Adventure Club. OMSI's coming. They'll be there at 10. There's a lab at 10 and a lab at approximately 11:45 to 12:45. They have to set up and take down in between. And it's free, obviously, but anybody who wants to come, it's geared towards 3rd grade through 8th grade. And it's in the elementary school at Perrydale.
Awesome. Awesome. I might be able to make that work, Ren, and I might be able to bring just the older two, not the 2 younger ones.
Okay. Well, anybody that wants to come, it's great. I just want to make sure that everybody that wants to come knows about it. So share it with your friends and family.
Definitely. Thanks so much. Anything else, anybody, before we make the meeting adjourn? All right. Well, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here and listening in. We greatly appreciate every single one of you. Have a wonderful night and meeting adjourned.
Thanks, Brooke.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.